in the wilderness is just amazing. My goodness. It's just like Yellowstone's in real life. Look at those pretty little does this morning. They just don't have a care in the whole world. Look at them. Just look at those beautiful does. Look at those does just trotting across the open prairies. Thank you, Tyler Sheridans, for bringing deer to this world and bringing the cowboy lifestyle. Have a great morning, girls. I got work to do. Good morning, YouTube! It feels like I moved into a new house. Hello, neighbor! Man, last night, or yesterday, after ranching, I made me a little snack before I went to evening time work. I made some beef ramen noodles. I threw 3 eggs in there. I put some garlic powder, some onion powder. I put some of this chili paste stuff in there that's delicious. And it was delicious when I ate it. But I got home yesterday night and I started eating supper. And Lord have mercy, I had the old rock gut. Had a little bit of the rock gut last night, a little bit of the rock gut this morning. Whew, we're feeling better now. It's a brand new day. It's cold. Just grabbed a bale of hay. I'm gonna head about 30 minutes southwestward to go check on the horn cattle. I've got about 50 head of Coriani mama cows, and I've got 27 or 8 at one place and then 22 at another place. The ones we're gonna go check on, they've all got little baby Coriani cross calves on the ground. Coriani beef cross. That's money, dude. That's money, dude. They've been real good cows. I didn't have any experience with horn cattle, but they're pretty good. I like them. They don't eat a whole lot. Not real high maintenance. And the cows that were crossed on a beef bull, I mean, you can't even tell on their calves where they came from. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Of course, I got 2 of the landowners' bulls in there too, but they're kind of like Kimmy Gibbler. They kind of just come and hang out whenever they want. And then I got my Charlet bull, old Big Daddy Frank. He's hanging out today too. It's a little bit, and I want to do a whole lot more with this YouTube, but I gotta wait and see about paying for a video editor, or if any of y'all know of any cheap free video edit websites that don't put the watermark on. I used to have one, but they've gotten big and fancy now. They got to put a dang watermark on there on the videos I make. But this morning we got some of that delicious coffee. Ooh, oh, what's that? Oh, ag gear. Oh, extra delicious. Delicioso. God, that's good. It just warms my tumblies down. Warms my whole little body just everywhere. Starting to get kind of nervous though. We've got more cold front coming in, and guess what? We're about to start dropping calves 1st of February, so really any time. I've got roughly 25 first calf heifers that could start dropping really any day, but we've got some pretty good heifer bulls that I've been at the A1 for, I think this is my 8th calving season, and I've only ever pulled 2 calves. And one of them really didn't need it, but she was just taking a little bit too long for my liking, and I just ran up behind her and grabbed one of them calves' legs, and she run off, and it bloop, popped right out. But it's a nice morning, the sun's trying to shine. Old Smokey's living the good life down there. Look at him. He just don't care about much of anything, which is beautiful, which is so beautiful. Got a little bed beard this morning. Feeling a little bit crusty, but not too bad. So, this is actually the first cow herd I've ever owned. I've had a few cows here and there, a dozen or so. But I was terrified of getting a loan. Just terrified. I've never had much debt. I've always ran other people's cattle. They've always footed the bill. And finally, my wife and I talked to them, you know what? It's time. Let's do it. So I went with horn cattle. Of course, she's definitely more of a longhorn. But I went with the horn cattle because, first of all, they're cheaper to get started. They're very, very hardy. They don't eat nearly as much as your larger beef breeds do, like my Red Angus back at the ranch. You can put them on more junky pasture. So, the least places that most people don't like, they're too brushy, too many weeds, too much cactus, whatever. These cows are almost half goat. And that's why they're so great too. They're a fantastic starter cow. But I don't see why you wouldn't carry these things into long term. Because some of these calves, like, of course you got ones like this, and her calf is pretty much exactly like her. But then, let's see if we can find it. So this calf behind me, this little white one, full blood looking Charolais thing, we'll go find his mama. Oh, she's right here actually. Right here. That's her. So it's pretty neat. The paint doesn't necessarily come out in the calf, which is great. And of course, what I've heard is when you go to wean, you can hardly tell, especially if you breed the cow to a polled bull. Most of the time, they won't show that horn. But on some of these more painted looking ones, we decided to leave the horns in. Everything else, we spooned the horns out if they had them. And everything else we left with horns because they're going to get docked anyway for being painted. So we've got a pretty good sale barn in Decatur where roping cattle are pretty prevalent, more likely to sell okay down there. So that's what we're going to try to do. But there's another pair here. Oh, this one. 14. This white and spotted one, she's cool looking too. This one, she's got a solid black calf. Solid black. Just wonderful. So if you're looking to get into cattle, don't be shocked with the horns. It's so obnoxious. Don't worry about the horns. I've never had an issue. The only time is when you might go to feed there for a little while, you're getting them broke in, especially if you're doing it on foot. You got to watch out for that old ivory enema, but they're not going to do it on purpose. They may go swat a fly or whatever and hit you, but just pay attention. You got to do that with all cattle anyway. And then, of course, I got some couple without horns, like this lady. And she's got kind of a Bramer cross red looking one around here somewhere. But of course, I bought these cattle bred, so this next round we'll have black and Charolais cross calves, and I'm excited. But this first group, I should be able to go ahead and start hauling some of them off here in the spring, and hopefully they'll do well, and hopefully we'll get a bunch of rain and a bunch of grass. That would be wonderful. But it's a whole different deal. It's pretty neat owning your own, but it sure is a lot more fun when you're somebody else's foot in the bill, which I also enjoy. But I try to take as best of care of them as they do of me. So anyway, Bill Perkins, video number 2 days in a row. We got a good start. We're going to try to keep rolling, guys. because I keep hearing about a new TikTok. It's called like Red Book, which I thought was like a women's pregnancy magazine, but I guess we're going from one Chinese app to another. I don't know. I probably won't be doing that. But anyway, love you guys. Cases, please like and subscribe. And oh, I think you're supposed to hit the bell thing. Yeah, hit the bell. That way you'll know when old Bill's got a new video up. And hopefully, kind of like stand-up comedy or wrestling or working out or roping or whatever, I'm going to keep practicing this, and hopefully this will get a lot better. So stick with me. Hopefully see you mañana. Love you. Kisses.